Do you ever find yourself thinking about who would win in a fight between Goku and Superman? Hi, I'm James Gavsey, and on the Who Would Win show, me and my co-host Ray ignore anything important happening in the outside world and debate fictional battles between characters from comics, movies, and video games.
We got a new show every week, and almost always am I the winner.
Yeah, not true, Ray.
In the past, we've discussed such matches as Captain America versus Darth Vader, Solid Snake versus the Iron Giant, classic matchups like RoboCop versus Terminator, and even the Muppets versus Sesame Street.
That one was crazy. So if you're a fan of geek culture and love a spirited debate, check out the Who Would Win show wherever you get your podcasts, or check us out at whowouldwinshow.com.
Hello. Welcome into the Zane Show podcast. The daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. Get a little poofy on top. I gotta get another haircut. Holy cow, I just noticed it's like my face is looking fatter than fuck. I'm all puffy and swollen. I look like I'm, like my liver's failing. It's gotten to a point where people are like, are you drinking again? You look all fucked up. Oh, no fucking shit. No, I'm not drinking. Are you kidding me? I'm healthy as I've ever been. I'm just fat. I'm just a fat ass. Holy shit. I got to do something, man. It's so much fun to eat. Yesterday, I did the HelloFresh thing. You know, they're a sponsor of the show, and I made this beef flautas, which is, I guess, mini burrito. And the recipe made 10 of them. I ate 6. Getting a lot of comments. Eric, no one's looking at you. They're looking at Darla. She looks like a bobblehead. Oh, no, she's like, all right, that's enough. You've seen enough. It's time to go to bed. We may be able to get through the show without a Darla interruption. And that's because minutes before she said, hey, I got to go pee now. She would pee and then poop twice. Are you kidding me? Fantastic. So we're off and running on this, the 24th of May. Your old pal EZ, busy as a bee, preparing for time away. You must work ahead. Thursday, Friday, Monday, not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast. Those are all in the can, ready to go, scheduled. They drop at midnight on their respective days. Patreon. Also is the day where you have 3 episodes of something to listen to while I'm away. Those are fun. Those are fun shows. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, sign up so you can hear these. One of the many reasons to listen, to check out and listen to Patreon. By the way, the Patreon platform just informed me that very soon I'll be able to offer free trials, which is, I've tried to do that by posting material from Patreon as a little abbreviated version of it. I call them free views, which I'll still do that. But Patreon's evolving their platform. So that's kind of cool. All right. So in addition to that, by the way, I should probably point this out. This is a perfect example of one of the things that drives me crazy. Hey, Darla, she's cute. That's great. I love that. Hey, all right, let's start the show. And right away, that's all I had to say. That's all I had to say. For someone to write, oh, shit. Show slob Amanda. Here we are. We're doing the show. We're talking happy, fun things. And this fucking idiot writes, I didn't realize today's the anniversary of Uvalde. What the fuck? First of all, I'm not talking about that. Second of all, why do you do that? Why do you okay, hey, by the way, hey guys, I know Eric's doing a show. And it's only you now. You're the only one. Kenny doesn't even do that anymore. He's put that in the rear view mirror. You're the only one who no one. You know why these other people don't do that? They aren't stupid. She says, I thought I was going to get in trouble for giving away a story he was going to do. No, you're just in trouble because you're talking. That's all. That's why you're in trouble. Shut up. No one gives no one. Do the Amanda show. I've told you this. Do your own podcast. Don't use my podcast to do a podcast. Yeah, do that. Get ready for work and enjoy the show. Just enjoy it. Who the fuck wakes up, joins a podcast? I'm talking about puppy dogs and silliness, and this fucking idiot writes, hey guys, guess what? I can't fucking discern from what I should keep into my head and what I should blurt out. So here you go. Guess what? A bunch of kids were massacred today. What a dipshit. Who the fuck does that? Oh my God. Shit. How are you so incapable of reining it in? How? Oh my God. Holy shit. What were you all thinking? Everyone but Amanda. What were you all thinking when she dropped, hey guys, I didn't realize today's the anniversary of all those kids being obliterated by that gunman. What? If you're enjoying the show, did any of you go, uh-oh? Or did you go, Maureen writes, I thought she's fucked. Yeah. You are the only one. The only one. Look at all these other nice people. And then Smith J132, I think is new, says, yep. I think I saw you on the Reddit. I saw you there. You use that same, what do you call it? Handle there. Welcome. Josh says, I assumed Uvalde was some kind of sex toy or it was a typo and ignored it. Yeah, I try to go out of my way to ignore most. All right. But sometimes it's like, oh, this is so perfect. This is going to result in a wonderful beat up, which is going to be entertainment. Aram says, I didn't know what was happening. Oh my God. Yeah, you gotta, when you are in a room, all right, and you're surrounded by stimulus, you need to understand that what's in that room is for your eyes and your brain only. We don't need to tap into what's going on. Hey, guess what, guys? Today's the anniversary of this horrible incident. I mean, what the fuck? Because, sometimes, Aram writes, I do hope Amanda doesn't stop the interruption zone. Yeah, because then you get this shit. I know what entertains you, Aram. I know. Amanda says, what do you mean all the stimulus? I'm here by myself with a bunch of animals. I don't know. Well, how the fuck? Well, then, what would make you want to do that? Hey, guys, I want to chit-chat about the murder of all these kids. That's some light talk. Some light talk, classic talk, light rock, whatever the fuck it was. Kenny says it's just nice not being on the business end of a beat-up. Kenny hasn't been on the business end of a beat-up in a long time. Amanda says, I was watching 2020. Linda says, at least we got an epic rant to tide us for the next 5 days. I think if you were to look at the number of people, like the rant tote board, I think she has to lead it. I think because I've ranted against several people over the years. I've ranted against Kenny, and I've ranted against Amanda. I take it back. I can't think of any other people I've ranted against. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, it seems like it's been a recurring theme for several rants in a row. Fuck. All right. I got a lot to get to. Enough of that. Aram says Kenny still receives shrapnel from beat-ups that don't involve him. Oh, by the way, just a side note. I have gotten my rants sponsored. Yes, this is brand new. Hang on, I'm not prepared. Special thanks to my brand new sponsor. All rants are brought to you by... hang on. It's not here. Fuck. Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. Serving the Nashville community. Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic at 615-669-8881. Or online at zspeedmobilemechanic.com. Mobile diagnosis and service, cars, trucks, SUVs, all at Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. He just motherfucked me. I just get motherfucked. Thank you to show member Adam for the wonderful idea about me reaching out to Z-Speed and getting them as a paying sponsor on the podcast. If you're in and around Nashville, Tennessee, and your car breaks down, you call Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. They'll help you in a jiff. Make sure that all your problems are taken care of. 5-star review. Look at reviews right here. What are people saying on Google? What are people saying on Yelp about Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic? I don't know. Seems to be hiccuping here. Well, anyway. View more on Yelp. Look at 2 reviews. This person says, I would highly recommend this business. They are awesome and, more importantly, honest. Since they are so good, they are very busy, so an appointment is recommended. I can't believe the customer care I just got here. I felt like they really cared about me and my concerns. John took the time. Was that the name of the guy who talked to you, Kenny, when you got great service? John? All sorts of great reviews from people in and around on Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. Number 1 mobile mechanic in the Nashville, Tennessee area. It's important to point out, if you're outside of their service range, they'll tell you right away. Thank you. All right. That is young Adam Schwab did not tip me off about that. It was Adam Balboa. His idea about reaching out to Z-Speed and make them a number one level paying sponsor of the show. Kenny writes, I fucking hate you right now. He hates me. He said. Oh, that is good. Holy shit. All right. I didn't plan on any of that shit. I'm actually very happy that it happened. I think there's method to the madness of Amanda. I think Amanda wakes up and she says, I think I am intentionally going to set this old fuck off. This fat-faced cock by just dropping this little morsel of info about Uvalde 1 year ago. It pissed me off so bad that I don't even have sympathy for Uvalde family members now. I'm totally kidding. I can't even get behind that joke. That was so bad, you made me support the gunman. Come on, I'm kidding, for fuck's sake. Jesus, shut up. I have something I want to share with you. Thank you to Ken. Not Kenny. Just Ken. For helping with the artwork. For who are these free beers? There you go. That is the logo for the show that is going to be recorded today, in fact. I think I want to... I have a clip that I want to share with you. Just kind of like a preview of who are these free beers. Because everybody's getting the idea that it's just going to be me saying terrible things about these people. No, it's a review show. It's not that at all. Let me see here. Clip number 6. Now, this will be more fun when Ben's here. I'll just say that. But this has been something that has been on people's mind. And because I'm looking at this as almost like I'm the program director reviewing the show and the problems with the show. Okay? It is not a hate fest. It's basically playing the show and critiquing it, which is what we do on Who Are These Zanes. But actually, what I do to myself is will be a hell of a lot more mean than what I do, than what we will do on Who Are These Free Beers. Now, just so you know, Who Are These Free Beers and Who Are These Zanes those shows are recording today, and then Who Are These? I should say the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast starts at 7 p.m. All right. So what happens today on Who Are These Free Beers and Who Are These Zanes? That's all recorded. You won't see that like live. Now, eventually, these might become live shows, but I'm not quite there just yet. So that's what I'm thinking. Now, when it comes to the Who Are These Free Beers show, as almost like a preview, there was a segment that we're going to feature where they were having like a therapy session on segment 17. That is the extra segment that they say is like, all right, we don't have the FCC holding us down. We're going to say whatever the fuck we want. And, well, in this particular instance, they were frustrated, I guess, with like what audience members had been saying about them recently or something like that. And they were kind of like getting a lot of stuff off of their chest. So there was a lot of discussion like that. But in it, Greg was talking about how two things really upset him. And I don't remember what the first one was off the top of my head. But one of the second thing was how people get mad at him when the show like takes a segment that they play late in the day and they play then early in the day the next day. All right. So audio check. Here you go. This is how that sounded.
Now, that's what we do, like with Dumber Than the Show trivia. We play that once the next day. But if we did it with the way we wanted to, it would...
No, the way that they wanted.
With the way they wanted to.
Yeah.
Like when we were doing What Hot Wings Thinks, they would have...
When he says the way they wanted to, he's referring to consultants and coaches in the radio industry, which they utilize a coach. Wanting them to do things where they recycle the segments.
Now, that's what we do, like with Dumber Than the Show trivia. We play that once the next day. But if we did it with the way we wanted to, it would...
No, the way that they wanted.
With the way they wanted to.
Yeah.
Like when we were doing What Hot Wings Thinks, they would have had us do that live at 9:30 and then replay it the next day at 6:30, 7:30, and 8:30.
Yeah, every hour. Because the theory is that, most people don't listen for more than like 15 or 20 minutes.
Okay. So now I have heard about recycling segments. And we used to recycle segments too. In fact, I've got a little bit more on that. A little bit more background. Hang on. What the fuck am I doing? Apparently nothing right, for fuck's sake. Oh, well. Anyway, they talk about recycling bits. And now we've never done that. We would only recycle a bit if it was like fantastic. And we would do it once. So if we interviewed Bill Clinton on Monday at 9:30 and he said, "I love to slay tons of pussy," we then would play it back the next day. And occasionally we get a third playing of it because of the magnitude. Because if you can take a bit and not only would it be being played for another audience, but it was so good that people who heard it the first and or second times would love to hear it the third time because Bill Clinton is talking about how he loves to slay pussy. Now, it's got to be that big of a bit to get a third play. And it better be really good to get a second play. The problem with the Dumber Than the Show segment, which they do every day of the week, is that it doesn't warrant a replay. It's not that good. They're taking out the one factor that changes everything: quality. You add to the mix, again, they play the game 5 days a week now, which has blown to bits the special nature of what we used to do. I don't know who the asshole was who thought that was a good idea. So there's nothing special about it. People used to look forward to the segment because it happened once a week. Now it happens every day. And then they take it, and no matter what happens, whether it's anticlimactic, which it usually is, they then put it and replay it the next day. Very rarely does anything that happens on the show that is just so damn good it needs to be heard again. They have changed the parameters of the replay. I know that because we invented them for ourselves. If it warrants a replay because it's so good, again, so that the new people who haven't heard it can enjoy it, and people who have heard it would love to hear it again because it was so good. The quality's gone. They're just filling time, which is the kiss of death. I don't understand why you would do that. I would immediately, if it were me, if I were running the show after all of the change and all the shit, I'd take a month off and reboot Everything is new. Everything. Just to liven it up, you got to do something different. They're doing the same bits when I was on there. The same bits, the same drops. Everything needs a new coat of paint. Does it mean it's completely fucked? Of course not. They have the ability and the skill to turn it around. But one of the reasons why I'm doing Who Are These Free Beers is because of the lackluster nature of the show and because of what is being called for by audience members of their own show who are so fed up with the show. I'm like, oh my God. They have 12 segments for new material every day. 12. Actually 13, counting the local segment. But not everybody hears that. So I'm just going to count 12 on the network. Two are trivia. 3 are around the room, where they just go around and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, and I like cabbage. I mean, it's like that desolate of actual interesting discussion. But the I like cabbage moment turns out to be a very long story. And it usually ends with about a couple seconds of silence where everybody's looking at each other like, I don't know, is he done? Oh, it's my turn now. And then the next person says something that's 9 times out of 10 just doesn't really offer anything. That's 5 segments of 12. With great regularity, they'll do a segment called People Need Advice. Now, these are things ripped right off of Reddit. And they just read them. And then they comment on these things. Feels like cheating. I don't know. That's 7 segments. 2 to 3 times a show, they'll do something that I always hated the name of it, called the Free Beer and Hot Wings Report. And what you do there is they have a prep service called The Complete Sheet, which features delicious audio. That's what it's called. I'll even show you. This is the Complete Sheet. You log in, and then it's like 40 pages of things that they publish and you pay for as a morning show. And then you click on Delicious Audio. And look, over 1,200 stations use Delicious Audio across 31 formats and 7 countries. So everybody uses the same prep. Everybody reads the same stories. That's it. So that's 3, 4, 5, 9 segments. That gives you 3 segments to sprinkle in, I don't know, something that's going on in your life. No, you already did that and around the room. I like cabbage. It's fucking horrible. Reboot on their local segments when they talk to just the Grand Rapids audience. When we started those, that was intended to be to make good to the local station GRD the fact that we were catering to a national audience most of the time and not locally. And that was an agreement with GRD to talk about Ottawa County, to talk about the cop who shot the guy in the back of the head, to have fun locally, to do stunts, to do things out on the street. And we did. We would go from 10 to 11 regularly. Now they turn on the mic and they go, all right, let's give away a lottery ticket. Caller 7. Thank you. Have a good day. And then that's it. That's all they do. It's so fucking lazy. And there right now is more things going on where I live than I've ever witnessed in the entire time that I've ever spoken into a microphone. I could do a podcast alone by myself for a national audience or a worldwide audience on this podcast about only the things going on where I live. Imagine that. And they're giving away lottery tickets. And then the segment 17 is 20 minutes of, I don't know, it's weird. They think they're insulated, so Greg's more likely to be a little bit more flippant about things going on in his life, people who aren't making him happy. But it's fucking awkward. And then the last 10 minutes of it, they do this horrendous bit called Facts. And these people have convinced themselves. It's really kind of, in my opinion, shameful that Greg and Chris in particular have convinced the other people that are there that this is what's good. They know what's good. And I cannot believe that they've settled to do this type of drivel. It's that bad. Holy shit. So recently on Who Are These Podcasts, I featured those idiots and killed them. That's where I came up with the clips that I feature here all the time. The Kelly Cheese ringtone. And then the Kelly R.
Cars. Christmas, incredible. New York, come to Oregon, come here. Temperature, algorithms, incredible. For crust, cripple.
Still don't know what's going on there. I had Maureen's sister is a speech expert. And she goes, I've never seen that ever.
Yeah.
Then the don't forget the laugh war. Smith J132, who says he needs to change his username, says, oh my God, I have never heard that. And you absolutely need a trigger warning. Incoming!
Steve, what did you learn?
I learned, free beer, that you come from a long line of handsy dicks.
Hey, mama said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you
All right, that's enough. Corey says this, the Kelly stuff I wouldn't do. She's the only interesting person left. No, I'm picking on her, but you're right. I think she's brilliant. You know, I've said this before. She went 1 year ago when I made the prediction that Joe was going to be fired, and I was correct. Well, I take it back. He resigned. Ryan doesn't care for her. He says, I wouldn't say brilliant at all. I think she's easily could be. She should be actually running a show. I think she's settling by being a sidekick. All right. She should be the big swinging dick driving the bus. But because the nature of that industry, it's very, very difficult for that to happen. But I've heard her. I know what she's capable of. and she's underutilized. In my opinion, it doesn't matter if you love or hate. The reason why I know she is a bona fide winner is because of the genuine heat she gets from audience members. That I've lived it. I've seen it. It's beautiful. If you can say something, doesn't matter what it is, and you cause people to say, I hate you, you're doing it. You've done it. You've already done it. If they're going to take the time to say they hate you, that means there are just as many people who love you, but they're too scared to say anything because of all the loudmouth negative assholes. So my advice to you, I don't know you, but maybe one day you'll hear something like this, or hear me, or hear this. Do not stop. In fact, increase the intensity. You have a lot riding on your shoulders. You can single-handedly save this show because there is nothing entertaining or exciting about anything else. Greg and Chris are so lucky that they picked you. And I don't think it was by design, but do not stop allowing your personality to do its thing. Because if not for you, holy shit, they are sunk. So keep at it, I say. And don't sell yourself short. You should be running a fucking show. Don't fucking... Hey, I'll tell you this right now. You're doing the heavy lifting. They're on your back. You are carrying those motherfuckers, and they should compensate you accordingly. You should make the same that they make. And I know that they sit in the neighborhood of $500,000 a year. That's what I made, and that was 7 years ago. Now, I know that radio's taking a real hit, but don't forget, these guys have multiple revenue streams. There's a syndicated show. They should be making that. They should be making a lot more, actually. So fuck that. All right. I have big news today. And by the way, so that's recording today. Ben and I are recording. Who are these free beers today? We have some NFK news to report. Queen of the Forest purchased a new throne for King NFK Baratheon. Some of you may get that reference. This NFK report brought to you by Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. So I go pick up this chair. The old one has been there for years. And it's actually ripped. He's ripped through the leather. It's a real shit show. We get the chair. It's in the back of my truck. He doesn't even know he has it. Till yesterday, I go, hey, guess what? Got you a new chair. And he looked at me like, huh? And I couldn't tell if he was happy or shocked and like, oh my God, you did something for me, which I do stuff for him all the time. I'm not sure where he was on this, but he was like, what? I go, yeah. And I wanted to make sure that, because it's exactly like the one he has, it's just not destroyed and doesn't smell like feces. I go, yeah, it's just like that one, but it's black leather. It's in the back of my truck. Dan and I are going to put it in there. He's like, oh, thank you. Everybody thought that we got him a new toilet. No. An actual chair. Today, though, he wakes up, and I've never seen this. I've never seen this one happen, because he's known for doing things like this where he'll be seated in his chair. And by the way, I forgot to tell you this. We have Dear Meathead happening in moments. Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic inbox. No, I take it back. It's Shoreliner Striping inbox. Send a question, Eric at ericzaneshow.com for Dad. He'll sit down in the chair and then get up, get the iced coffee, sit down, get up, get the water, sit down, get up, put a frozen meal in the microwave, sit down, get up, go to the bathroom, sit down, get up, go to the other bathroom, sit down. Today, this is the first, so I've never seen this. He woke up, and I think I had an idea he was grumpy because typically when he wakes and I say, "Hey, Kevy, good morning," he'll go, "Good morning, Eric," like with that tone. Today, I said, "Good morning, Kevy," and he goes, "Good morning, Eric." I go, "Oh, something's going on. Something's going on." From there, he walks out of the bedroom into the bathroom just off of his bedroom. And then he walks out of the bathroom and goes to another bathroom. Now, you might be like, well, maybe no. There is no explanation. He walked to one bathroom, did something in the bathroom, and then walked 30 feet to another bathroom. What is going on there? Linda says it's going to be tough for him to break in the new chair. The old one conformed to his body. Oh, yeah. It's like that lady who was so fat, she sat in that chair, and the chair actually grafted to her body like the absorbing man. The first responders had to, chip away chair off of her fat ass. You remember that story? Chair grafts to obese woman. Horrifying story of 34th Street woman who died with her skin fused to the sofa after sitting there for 6 years. Oh. Yeah, there's even a clip or a picture of it. She sat there for so long. There's an old character in Marvel comic books called the Absorbing Man. He has no shirt on. He wields a wrecking ball. He touches you and he absorbs your powers. She was like the Absorbing Man. Holy fuck. All right, enough of that. So, and then he also has lately, when he talks to the TV, just to fuck with him, I'll go, "What was that?" Like I'm acting like I think he was talking to me. And he'll go, "Oh, nothing. I was just talking to the TV." Because he's always giving it the finger and telling it to go fuck off. And I come around the corner and downstairs, and I hear, "Fuck." Like he dropped a big F-bomb. I look, and he's leaning over the chair, giving the finger to a piece of food on the ground. And he's having tuna noodle casserole at 7:15 in the morning. And it's fallen off the fork and is on the ground. And he gives it the piece of food on the ground, the finger, and then picks it up off of the floor. Yes, right in his mouth. And I go, I see it all happen. I go, "What's up?" And he goes, he doesn't say anything. And I think he knew it was caught. He goes, "Nothing." I go, "Oh, I thought I heard you say fuck." He goes, "Yeah, I was talking to the food. It fell on the ground." I'm like, holy shit. Chris writes, "Fuck you, tuna noodle casserole, motherfucker." It's like that kid yesterday, that video of that kid. That's what Ryan just wrote. He was cussing at the noodle like the kid was the screen door. Yes, bitch. He gave the finger to hot tuna noodle casserole at 7:30 in the morning, picked it up off the floor, and fucking ate it. What the fuck? Oh, fuck. I'm telling you, that's why I wrote it when I took Kenny's thing that he sent. I wrote archival footage of the NFK. It's so true. Donut Dance's 5-second rule. Yeah, I don't think 5-second rule applies to tuna noodle. That's like a Dorito. You could do that. All right. That's a lot to process on this open of the Eric Zane Show podcast. We've covered a lot of ground. If you have a question for Dad on Dear Meathead, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. I see Matt K has one. Mark R has one. Jason Bennett, no relation to Jacob Bennett, has a couple. Thank you. One of which is so sweet. Nathan has sent one along. If you have a question, send it along, Eric at ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Anyway, don't forget patreon.com/Eric Zane. Taking a couple days off for the 3 days off for the Memorial Day holiday on Patreon. You will have the usual things released because I, worked ahead and scheduled. Thursday, the Insane Asylum will drop. Scheduled. Friday, scheduled Lost Zane recordings. You will also have the audio versions of Who Are These Zanes, Who Are These Free Beers, and the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Those will drop accordingly because I can work ahead by myself and get all this done. And you'll also have something to listen to while I'm away. That's a show that I just added on Patreon. If you know, you know. Let's keep that between us, shall we? Something to listen to while I'm away on Patreon. Fresh shows on Tuesday. Anyway, patreon.com/Eric Zane, P-A-T, P as in Paul, A-T as in Tom, R-E-O-N. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. For $5 or $10 a month, you can get hours and hours of content each week, I should say. Some Patreons are like, 2 bonus shows a month. I do like 12 or more shows a week on Patreon. And I'm really, really trying to make a push before the end of May to get back to 200. Baby steps. I want to get back to 200. Then I want to get to half of my all-time high. My all-time high is 455, which would mean I would need, 427 and a half. I'm sorry, 227 and a half. So the goal is get back to 200. $5 or $10 a month. I suggest you throw $5 at it and just try it for 1 month. And then after you sign up, cancel it. Because in the event you do not like it, I wouldn't feel right if you then got charged because you forgot to cancel it. You'll get that whole month because you already paid for it. It's not like when you cancel it, you no longer have access to the content. Only a shithead operation would do that to people who've paid money. Like, if you're an operation, and you call yourself the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show, and you sign up for a month, and then you don't like it, and cancel it 5 days later, you're supposed to get the rest of that month. Not with them. They wipe you out even though you paid for it. You cannot access the content. What the fuck are you people doing over there? How can I master this from a room above my garage? And all you morons can't seem to get shit right. With all of your you rich fucks. How is that even possible? Jesus. Fucking get your head out of your ass. I'll tell you what, hire me to be your fucking coach. I'll straighten your fucking asses out real good. Other than the piece of shit that you have now who just is a yes man and tells you how great you're doing, playing the prep service. Losers. Anyway, sign up, patreon.com/Eric Zane. After you cancel it and then enjoy it, sign up again. Sign up for a year and I will reduce what you pay. I'll take 10% off. It's the best bargain on Patreon. No one gives you more on the platform than me. Underprice, over-deliver. That's it. That's how we do it. It helps keep the lights on, ad-free, listener-supported Patreon. It's how I feed my family. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. I am sitting pretty at 194 patron members now. I am trying to get to 200 by the end of May. Thank you. For you folks watching on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, I must say goodbye to you now. Thank you for being here, though. If you want the full show, go to Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live, and follow the page. Or download the Twitch app, search Eric Zane Live, and then you're all good. There you go. Download the audio podcast wherever you download shows. In fact, if you get the show via Twitch and you do not subscribe to an audio platform version of this show, please do that. That helps me. Go to whatever platform you like, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Twatter, Fucker, and subscribe to the Eric Zane Show podcast. Email me on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. If you have any questions, comments, or complaints, I'd love to get the email. Thank you. Don't be shy. Twitter and Facebook. I'm sorry. Twitch and Facebook. Brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. Tyler writes, are there still subscriber goals for Patreon? Actually, the platform eliminated those for some reason. Yeah, I did have goals. Like if we got to a certain amount, I'd take people to the movies, or I'd take them up north. And then it became apparent that I was not going to achieve those goals anytime soon. So no. They actually, I would still keep it there, but the platform actually eliminated it. Ryan says, hopefully your count includes me. I'm weird and subscribe and unsubscribe every month because I'm weird about auto payments. You should just sign up for 1 year and it's cheaper. You're saving yourself money. Ryan says, it's unbelievable how much work you do. Big fraud. Hats off to you for what you achieve. Oh, I appreciate that. It's the very least I could do. It beats working. Smith J132 says, is there a little person in the area that can subscribe to get that half? I don't know what that means. Smith also talks about without prorated giving you your money back from our pals at Free Beer and Hot Wings. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Kenny says, I still want to go to Fear Bunker North. I should make it that I would entertain one Patreon member. Oh, I get it. Smith says, you said you wanted to get 227.5 subscribers. I get you. Yes, you can be the half. I should make it that if you give me like $1,000, I will take you on a getaway weekend to Fear Bunker North. I could do that. Where it's like $5 you get the audio. $10 you get the audio, the video, and the live streams. $1,000 you get all of that, and I take you and your family up to Fear Bunker North, where we'll have a fucking pig roast and shoot guns and eat s'mores and chase the dogs when they run away. Oh, my God, it'd be fantastic. Kenny says $250. Ryan says, big fraud. You should do trading cards like your pal Donald Trump. I have not talked to the president in some time. Did you hear the story about Ron DeSantis is now running for president? He has said, hey, I'm in. I got my head into the ring. I'll probably talk about that a little bit more later on. In fact, I should probably call Trump after I talk to Meathead. So I'm about to take a pee. When I take a pee, I'm going to text Trump and tell him that I'm calling. And I don't think the president is in any way concerned. And I don't blame him. I think Ron DeSantis fucked up. So I'll check in with Trump after I bring in Dad for Dear Meathead. How does that sound? Before I take a break to go potty, though, I need to remind you that the open and live stream of this show is brought to you by Berlin Raceway. Now, get this. First of all, I'm giving 2 4-packs of tickets away. Go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Eric Zane fan page, and like it. Like the post I made. And then share it with your friends so that they could possibly win and take you 2 4-packs of tickets away to Berlin. Now, Memorial Day weekend, they celebrate on Saturday. And moment of silence for those lost defending the country, you know. This is a real shit kicker Americana thing going on here. Now, if you're in the military, you get in free. If you're a veteran, you get in free. If you're a senior citizen, you get in free. The only people who are paying money are the adults. And you buy your tickets for just $14 online at berlinraceway.com. If you get them at the gate, they're $17. Still dirt cheap. There's fireworks after the event, and these are like awesome fireworks. Bring the family, 15 and under, free. Parking is free. Bring in a cooler with all your snacks, 12x9 cooler or smaller. You can bring any type of snacks that you want, any type of soft drinks you want. No alcohol, no glass. You can buy all the booze you want there, and it's priced very affordably. They usually have some type of beer special. You can get a pop for like $4 on some days. I don't know what the special is for beer this year or this week, but a couple of weeks ago they had Corona Lights on sale for $4 for Cinco de Mayo. $4! That's dirt cheap at a venue. BerlinRaceway.com this weekend. They start at 6:30. A&E Heating and Cooling. Call up Joe Martinez and say,
Tu madre es una puta.
And get the AC tune-up for just $79. Maybe drop a...
Vete a la chingada, cabrón.
And still get it for $79.
Vete a la chingada, cabrón.
I think I got that one done. Betcha la chingada, cabrón.
Vete a la chingada, cabrón.
I might be getting that last word wrong. Anyway, $79, cheapest price in the entire industry of West Michigan to get your AC tuned up. If you are not getting your AC tuned up yearly, okay, here's what happens. All the shit, the pollen, the dust, debris that floats through the air from one year to the next, it gets stuck on those metal fins that are inside of that thing outside of your house that spins around as a fan on top. See, that's sucking air in, and then it takes that air and cools it and throws it into your house. Well, those fins are, has coils in it that are super cold from the Freon. And when it's pulling it in, you want those fins free. But since you haven't gotten yours tuned up because you don't listen, it's got like a mat of all that pollen and dust and debris. It looks like a 1970s bush on a Playboy Playmate. You got to have you got to have A&E squirted down with their, I don't know what it is. Some type of solvent jizz that they put on there, and then they clean it. It's fantastic. Breathes free. You need to have this done every year. There's a whole lot more to getting the AC tuned up. You can't do it yourself. Don't even try. 616-516-8579. It will run more efficiently, and it will reduce the risk of a breakdown, which will probably happen on the day that it's 111 degrees here in Michigan. I don't know if you know that, but it gets hotter in Michigan with the humidity. It's hotter than Death Valley. Okay? It can be 72 degrees in Michigan and feel like 116. Happens every day of the summer for 4 months. We don't see sun for 4 months, and then suddenly we don't see sun for 8 months, and then we suddenly see it for 4 months, and everybody dies. And you don't want your shit blowing up on you. 616-516-8579. I have a place I want you to go for flooring. Johnson Carpet, 1 floor and home. Discount outlet. 2 stores. There's a main showroom. Don't go to the main showroom. Go to the discount outlet. That's where everything they have under the sun in the flooring industry is at this discount outlet, and it's dirt cheap. The best brands, the best styles, best selling, all in one place, remarkably discounted because they buy so much. Take 10% off when you mention my name. An additional 10% at Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Okay. Hold the phone. I got to go tinkle. All right. By the way, as predicted, Darla has not gone pee. Or she hasn't asked to go pee since we started the show. Thank God. Well, as I said, I got to take her out before we got started here. All right. By the way, welcome to any new members who haven't heard the show in a long time. There's been a lot of chatter on the Freeburn Hot Wings Show subreddit, which is helping me immensely because people are like, hey, how do I listen? And then they check it out. And so people who may not have heard it are getting it, in some cases, for the first time. And that makes my life easier. Dad brought to you by Baldwin Ace Hardware. Baldwin Ace Hardware, beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland.
Good morning, Grand Rapids.
Good morning, Dad.
How are you, son?
Never better, never better. What a day, huh?
Yeah, beautiful. Holy cow.
So, Dad, we will be meeting each other again. You, your lovely bride, who is the absolute best, and my bride, me, puppies. I mean, it's going to be a grand adventure because everybody is going to be on the property.
Oh my God! You guys really organized, really awesome.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is going to be like a cult.
Cult this, man.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, it is going to be spectacular because, for decades, Michael Stong, your son-in-law, and Lizzie had their own place, and then that.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
That dried up, and now they're with us. Now we're all together. So it's one of those silver lining things,
Yes, yes. You gonna take some cameras, take pictures?
Oh, big time. We got to do it like a group photo.
All right.
Way
to go.
And for this, because this has never happened before. Never before have all these people been in one place at once.
And you and Michael really did an awesome job from what I'm seeing,
Well, I mean, we were.
And who else?
Jim.
And Jimmy.
Yeah, that would be Jim Marquis. He was the leader. Jim Marquis led everything. Mike and I did like grunt work. Jim was the skilled hands. And you know what I did? I made sandwiches for them.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, I don't have any skill. I mean, Mike used that thing called the ditch witch, a trencher, and he cut like these big trenches in the earth to put the wires down.
Oh wow! So apparently the stuff is not exposed then. The wires.
No, it's all legit. I mean, he did a hell of a job. Jim is a master, and he moved the electrical box. I'm so proud of him. I can't wait to show you the work he did.
Well, we'll be there.
Yeah. So you and I and everybody will rendezvous starting tomorrow, and we got the big fish fry. It's going to be amazing.
Holy cow! Wow. I'm really expressed feelings of you guys did an awesome job.
Did you just say I'm really expressed feelings?
Yes. Ordinarily, I don't express it.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, that's awesome. Okay. So sitting by the fire, who knows what's maybe we'll, I think we've got a new person there, Dad.
We do?
Yeah. Chloe has a boyfriend by the name of Nick. Have you met Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nice guy.
Well, he's never been initiated.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Is he coming?
I think so, but I'm not sure. I think there was some rules about the initiation. Didn't you have to be like a family member?
No. We had no restrictions about who.
Now, do you remember the protocol to initiate someone?
Not really.
Do you think maybe someone could remind you and you could run them through it? And maybe Joanne could help you at some point.
If they can, yeah. Otherwise, I'm wishy-washy.
Well, Dad, this would be
more washy than wishy.
This would be when you get them to say the sacred words of Owa
Tanasayam.
Owa Tanasayam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. You got it down. You got it down. I think you're playing coy. I think you know exactly what you're doing.
Well, I didn't think about it. You reminded me. I do recall the analogy of it.
Yes. Owa Tana Sayam. And then until they get it. And then there you go.
And they have to speed it up.
Yes. And as they go faster, they say, oh, what an ass I am. Oh, what an ass I am. Oh, my God, I'm an ass. And then everybody laughs and we throw them in the fire. All right, listen up. I always sit up a little taller when HelloFresh partners with the Eric Zane Show podcast. Look, HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery shopping. It's also 25% cheaper than takeout. Because if you're going to prepare a meal like this at home that you're going to get restaurant quality food through HelloFresh, you're going to have to go to the store and buy all these giant bottles of ingredients, which are probably going to sit in your home forever until they expire, and then you throw them away. Not so with HelloFresh. Everything is pre-portioned for that meal. Shows up at your house. You look like a genius. The food is fantastic. And everybody is going to love you. I am not kidding you. I've never been so sure about something. HelloFresh.com/Zane16. When you go that route, you use code Zane16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. HelloFresh.com/Zane16 and use code Zane16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping. You're going to love this. Try it. And the month of May is perfect because HelloFresh is celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So you can try limited time, authentic recipes created in partnership with an amazing chef by the name of Serbi Sani of New York City's Tagmo restaurant. So you will be able to do that in your own home. I'm not kidding you. Do this. HelloFresh.com/Zane16. Promo code Zane16. 16 free meals. What have you got to lose? Plus free shipping. Try it today. HelloFresh. Amen.
Hi, Phil Swift here for new Flex Super Glue. What's truly amazing is that our Flex Super Glue is so strong that just one drop virtually welds itself to the surface and can lift over 3 tons. Forget those old super glues. Get the one that's new. Flex Super Glue. Go to flexsealproducts.com/3-ton lift to learn more about how one drop lifted 3 tons. For demonstration purposes only.
Don't advertise it. It might leak out.
No, exactly. He doesn't listen. He doesn't listen.
Okay.
All right. Well, okay. So that might be something we need to consider. I don't know if anybody else is new. I don't think so.
Yeah. I have exactly the style how we start that.
Oh, you know how to get into it?
Yeah.
Do you want to share?
Well, I'll gather them around me.
Okay.
So we have a traditional, I don't know, traditional what?
Tradition.
Tradition.
Yes, traditional
for the
tradition.
Newcomers to become initiated to the group that has started this area for years ago.
Yes, we've been here for centuries.
And then it goes like this. You all get there on your knees.
Yep.
And you say, Owa.
Owa. Tana. Repeat after me. I am.
Then you start speeding it.
Yeah, saying it faster, and then they call themselves an ass.
Oh, an ass I am.
So fantastic. It's been for decades. This has been a regular thing.
That's right.
We've
Tradition of all time.
Do you remember the one guy that you made cry?
Yeah, who was it?
It was Madison had this boyfriend who was, I think he was a little dim. And when he couldn't figure it out, he was saying it for like half an hour.
I don't remember that.
And then Jackie's now husband, he got it after 1 minute. He had to come up to him and tell him what he was doing, and the kid started crying.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Oh, you're darn right, it's terrible. I wanted to shoot him. I mean, he starts crying. He's a 19-year-old man. He starts crying.
Wow. This is the effect that we have on people.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I never saw him again.
You really mean that?
No, I wasn't mean to him, but he was so heartbroken.
Oh, I mean, you didn't see him again?
No, well, it wasn't much longer that they broke up. Thank God. Madison said, all right, enough of you. I'm tired of you crying.
Oh, okay.
She needed a manly man.
Oh, okay.
All right. I got
we got quite a bit of deals that require some educational action on it.
Wait a minute. Did you just say we got quite a bit of deals that requires educational action on it?
Yes.
We got quite a bit of deals. I got to say,
educational action.
All right. That is one of the best I've ever heard.
Hey, hang around. They'll come around.
I love it. I love it how you make those things up and say those things. Okay. The multi-talented Nikki in beautiful Maine, in the United States, writes, "Good morning, Meathead and Joanne."
Good morning. Is that Nikki?
Correct.
Wow, there's another Nikki.
There's lots of Nickies. There's a lot of people.
Wow.
You're referring to your stepdaughter, Nikki.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is not your stepdaughter.
Okay.
She writes, do you have a favorite meat dish to make?
What is the one that we just had a couple of days ago? Steak.
Steak is a big favorite. Okay. Now, she doesn't.
Definitely. Reasonably well done.
Yes, for sure. Now, she doesn't like steak. Do you have another one that might kind of be a favorite of yours?
Barbecue chicken.
Oh, my God, yes. Now, do you like the sweet barbecue sauce or maybe a little bit more spicy?
No, sweet. I don't like spicy.
All right, you got to go with the Sweet Baby Ray's.
Yes.
That stuff is perfect. I love that stuff.
I do, too. Okay.
All right, so that's all she wanted to know. Her and her handsome goat Jasper. She has 3 goats. This lady Nikki.
Really?
Yeah, she does. She's got 3 goats.
Oh, she's my kind of person.
Yeah, and one of the goats' name is Jasper, and the goat just had like illness and almost croaked, but the goat pulled through. So how about that?
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So that's good.
Oh, that's great. I love people that love animals.
Oh, you're not kidding, Dad. Well, there's going to be a lot of them. You know, we're going to have 24 people up there, and I'm not kidding you, 10 dogs.
Oh, Lord. Holy moly. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah. Let's see. There's going to be Charlie, Bowie, Lexi, Rue, Stella. I forgot Chloe's little dog. What's that dog's name? Oh, Dolly, O'Neill, Bruce, Benny, the one-eyed wonder dog, and Darla.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's 10.
We're going to have a zoo.
10 dogs.
Wow, that's good. I love dogs. The last dog that Chloe had, I don't know what made this dog do what it did. If I was sitting anywhere, it would come up and sit between my legs.
That's my dog. Are you
Is that your dog that does that?
You thinking of O'Neill?
I don't know. I can't think.
Oh.
I can't recall.
All right. Well, when you see him, let me know.
No, this was Chloe's dog.
Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone.
Is it Doug the Pug?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love Doug the Pug. May he rest in peace, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Nathan writes, Dear Meathead. He says, someone told me, quote, a friend to all is a friend to none. What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Would you repeat that again?
A friend to all is a friend to none. And then he asks, what does that mean?
I mean, it's not a true statement that they're making a friend for all.
I think I know what you mean. Is that I mean, I don't know either, but I'm just thinking out loud. Could that mean maybe like the type of person who's always trying to please everybody and is spread so thin he can't really be a friend to someone who really is close to him, you know?
Be selective, select one, you're a friend to them.
Yeah, I don't have any friends. I just got you guys.
Well, no, everyone should have a friend.
No, I'm just kidding. I have lots of friends. All right.
You really should.
Yes, you have. I mean, oh my God, you met the crew that came into the wedding, and Stevie was hammered. She was gloriously hammered. I think she showed her boobs to people.
Oh my gosh.
Nathan writes, Dear Meathead, how old is too old to have children?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. And the analogy of that, you've got to be young enough to grow with your children.
Okay.
You gotta be young enough to take care of them.
Yeah, I think so.
To take care of them.
Well,
Because
yeah.
You can't take a 25-year-old person and you can be a friend to them.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But a little person is what you really be a friend. You grow, you raise them.
I always thought that like taking care of kids is a young person's game because it requires so much energy.
Absolutely. Yes. Joanne concurs.
Like if I had a kid right now, I'd probably throw myself off of a cliff because I couldn't keep up, you know?
Yeah. I shoot myself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big time. Right.
I can't wait for my grandkids, and I can't wait for them to go home.
Oh, yeah. You like say, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Get the hell out of here. I love it. I love that. Yeah, it's, I have, of course, did you know that my grandson, your great grandson of the two, just had a birthday? He's 10. Grayson, my grandson, is now 10 years old, Dad.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy is awesome.
Yeah. He's only a couple years away from when his dad had him.
Oh, my God. Gosh.
All right. I have a question from Matt here. He writes, Dear Meathead.
Is that Matt?
Yes. Matt is a big fan of you guys. He loves you very much. He says, I have a neighbor that's a real pain in the ass. He runs go-karts up and down the street at all hours, plays his music with swear words too loudly, and I have a 4-year-old daughter. His kids have shot my house with a BB gun, and he has a very aggressive dog. What should I do to get him to act like a good neighbor? I love you and Joanne. You are awesome. Thank you for the advice. Signed, Matt.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah. I'll tell you one thing you have to do.
Move.
No. There's a couple of issues in there that has to be followed. For instance, you have to seriously pull aside this guy, say, hey, listen, I have a problem here.
Yeah.
You're my neighbor. I really like to make friends with you. we need this situation controlled. What can you do to help me with that? Simple.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. That open line of communication.
Don't jump the gun by aggressive attack. Hey, listen,
Yeah.
No.
Now, that is great advice. However, I have witnessed you wave a rake at a guy passing on a four-wheeler in front of your house before.
Absolutely. No, you got to talk to someone intelligent that's connected to that person.
Yeah.
Tell them it's going to be one of these two. We'd like to be your friend. We'd like to see you enjoy your whatever you're enjoying that thing there. But if it's causing this problem, if you're not going to take care of it, I'm not telling this to be stupid or something. If you're not going to follow that, I have to bring in some serious artillery to control you.
Did you say you're going to have to bring in some serious artillery to control you?
Yeah. You may not have. Is that a ball that he throws around?
Well, I don't know. He's talking about he got a BB gun shot at his house, and
you might have a lot of flat tires.
Yeah. Okay. So have a nice conversation, but end it with, So
nice.
if you, hey, I appreciate you, but if you don't get this to stop, I'm gonna shoot your family.
Well, I think I'm going too far with it.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to have to take some special precautions that this doesn't happen anymore.
Okay. All right. Got it. Do with that what you will. Kenny wrote, quote, "Be nice or I'll slash your tires."
Well, I wouldn't go that route.
Oh.
Don't show your own
No.
anger to them.
Yeah. That's the way I would do it, too. Okay.
Well, I mean, this is an issue with us. We cannot tolerate it. We cannot deal with it. We need you to control yourself.
Jason has a different topic. He's another big fan of you guys. He writes first.
Hello, Jason.
He first of all wrote. He actually has two questions. The first one is centered around this. He says, "Boy, Ruben, you really won the lottery with Joanne."
Oh, thank you. Thank you. She's grateful to hear that.
Yeah, and she's just the best. I mean, I've sung her praises for many years, and then he says, "I hope to find."
Wait a minute, I gotta really get you a little correction there. She can kick your ass off. You don't even know you got hit.
Well, I don't ever push that because I just want her happy. So,
But she's a sweetheart of all.
Yeah, I have never seen that side, and that's because
neither have I.
There's so much love and respect. I mean,
well, I can analyze that.
Yeah, I always defer to Joanne. She's the one I look to. So
okay,
I really look up to her. I mean that.
Well, that's great. She appreciates you.
Well, anyway, Jason agrees with that too, and he says, "I hope to find someone special just like her someday." And he says,
Listen.
Yeah.
You can always do that, provided what your own personality is.
Yeah, of course. And that's kind of what he's bringing up because he then wrote, "I've been trying to figure this out. Is a man supposed to find a woman that he falls in love with, or is he just supposed to find someone and then choose to love her kind of like over time? Like almost like, are you supposed to be 100% in love and then get married, or are you supposed to get married and then hope that it happens?"
You got to get to know the person for a while.
Yeah, I think
Don't
that's...
just see it, just the beauty of it, and then get married.
Some people, they think, "Oh, boy, Father Time, the clock is ticking. I better just marry someone." Some people do that.
That's a foolish decision.
Yeah, I think so.
The clock will run out on you even though when you're married.
Yeah, because then it turns south, that's rough.
I mean, Joanne's clock is never going to run out on me.
No, I mean, she's an
Never.
absolute angel sent from heaven.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, in the worst moment of our day, a ray of love comes right in.
Yep. I know. Now, the same fella, Jason, writes this. Meathead, every Wednesday, when I listen to you and Eric talk, and then listen to this, Dad.
Thank you.
He writes, I miss my dad even more than normal. And then he says, if you could have a special day with just you and Eric, what would you like to do? It could be something as just talking, or it could be a visit to the Grand Canyon. What would it do? Or what would it be?
My wife says she knows. I'm going to let her talk.
Oh, good.
What is it, Joanne?
Cutting down trees with it.
Cut down trees with me.
Okay. Well, that sounds good.
That's something. Yeah, she really thought about that.
Yeah, that means that when the tree falls on us both, we can lay there and talk about how stupid we were.
Oh, really? My neighbor's got a tree. That's all over my yard at that end of it.
Well, resist the urge to get on the ladder.
No, I do not get on a ladder.
Hey, I don't have room to talk. I've made that mistake too.
Well, but I know how I can cut them without getting on a ladder.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know about that. I think you should resist that urge. I really do.
Well,
anyway.
It is what it is.
Mark writes this, top of the morning, meathead.
Good morning, son.
And then he says, do you and Joanne celebrate Taco Tuesday?
No.
Whenever we want them.
Yeah. And then he asks, if so, would you ever prefer your taco filled with raw ground beef?
No, but I'll eat the raw ground beef.
You would never eat a raw ground beef taco?
Not a taco, but I'll take it.
Well, the only difference is it's ground beef in a shell. Wouldn't that be delicious?
Well, if I had that much brain, I would be an intelligent person.
Okay. I want to make you a raw ground beef taco and see you eat it.
Oh, you don't eat it anymore.
Oh!
You don't want it?
No, you can't have it.
I guess.
All right. Yeah. Hey, don't do whatever you do. Do not tick off the boss.
So save your money, buddy.
All right. Let me check my Facebook post, see if I have anything.
See, wait a minute. When I was a kid, raw beef was the analogy of our eat lunch and all this.
Did you just say ground beef was the analogy of the eat lunch?
Of our life.
All right. That
what
is
are you
awesome.
doing? I'm eating raw meat.
Ground beef was cleaner way back then. Now you got to cook it.
Okay. Josh has a question.
Hi, Josh.
He says, I'm off work for hernia surgery.
Oh.
Do you have any advice to recover quicker?
I unfortunately don't think so because.
No, take care of that till it heals.
But according to my wife, you take care of that till it heals.
Go slow. That's all you need to do. Go slow.
Don't mess around with that.
Dad, I'm looking back at some of the key things you said today, and one that stands out is we got quite a bit of deals for the educational action.
Yeah. I'm glad you're recording of that.
Oh yeah, I've got tons of notes over the years from the wonderful things you said. One day I'll read them. All right.
That's true, man.
I'll see you in just over 24 hours.
Yeah.
And off we go. You'll be in the beautiful trailer. You know what I'm bringing up with me? I'm bringing up new curtains.
Yay!
And then I've got your television all set up. And
Get the water.
the water, tons of water. You need water. I got water too.
Okay.
How do you carry water? How many gallons of water you need?
I got a motorhome. You won't believe how much water I can bring.
Oh, my God.
Bring a lot, because we got a sponge bathe now.
You got it.
Oh,
You're,
she want a sponge bathe.
I've got gallons and gallons and gallons of water for you.
Oh, my
Is
God.
it drinkable?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If but I've got pillows, but bring your own just in case.
Yeah, we will.
What are you doing? You taking a semi with you?
I've got lots of provisions, and you'll be all set. I'll take care of everything.
Eric?
Yeah.
You're nuttier than I ever thought.
I can't wait. I live for this stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, we enjoy participating in that.
Okay, love you guys.
All right. Anyway, let me just tell you one other thing, that during my sleep, this thought had come to me. You know, when you are standing like by the front door, on the side door of your place, the trailer,
Yes, sir.
you look dead ahead. There is something that has a like a shanty or something in there.
That's the shed.
The shed.
Yeah.
This thought has always been there, that I used to lay there and just enjoy every minute of it. I'd be laying on the dirt.
You were?
Yes.
Are you sure you weren't hammered?
Not hammered. I'd just be laying there. As a little younger person.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, don't
have a shed.
Don't even. I don't recommend reenacting that.
Well,
I guess you could. We'll put a hammock up.
I definitely not going to do it in my dog.
Wow. So you did. You just lay there and kind of just, hey, how you doing?
Memory of that.
Wow. Okay. Man. Well, that's
what it is.
You're bound to have plenty of memories. There's been many years that you've been going up there.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I can't believe all the electricity you put in there, you guys.
Oh yeah, it's going to be great. I'm really stoked. It's a real upgrade.
Okay.
Bring a gurney.
Well, hey, I'll have them on standby. Yes. Okay. I love you guys.
I love you too, honey.
Oh, Kevin is not coming.
No?
No, I said, hey, everybody wants to see you. He said he's not coming. And that's too bad. I don't know. He said he doesn't want to. I was going to have you and him race.
You must have a chick on the side.
I don't. You never know. I doubt it, though. Okay.
Hey, he'll miss out.
Yes, for sure. Okay.
All right, guy.
I love you, guy.
We'll see you up north. I love you back. And you and your beautiful wife. And what else? Anybody else am I missing?
All the dogs.
All the dogs. How many you got? 4?
Yes, I have 4 dogs.
Oh.
In fact, one's a puppy. You'll get to meet Darla.
Well, yeah, this must be a brand new addition. Huh?
Yes, one of mine passed away.
Yeah. I think I know which one that is.
Daisy passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very sad.
And if I know you, you probably paid a piper. You cried over it.
Oh, big time. I'm still crying. Are you kidding?
Okay.
All right.
Hey, that's kindness. Shows that you're a kind person.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, honey.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Okay, bye. There you go, Dear Meathead. Another episode of Dear Meathead. Some of you are new here. I know Smith just showed up. Yeah, I've been talking to Dad for years. He's 89. He turned 89 in March. Joanne is, I think, 87. And here they are. Here, this is at Jacqueline's wedding. He used to have, like, if it looks like his fingers are short, that's because he hacked them off on a power saw a few years ago. That was a bad one. Look at him. In that pic, he's 87. She's 86. At the wedding. It looks great. Suffering from dementia. But you'd never know it after that conversation. He did very well in that moment right now that we just finished up. Awesome. That's like Nikki indicates. He says he's so sweet. He's chatty today. Yeah, he absolutely was. Today is very, very sharp. Okay. Let's see. He must have a chick on the side. And then Kenny wrote, NFK is going to invite her over for the weekend and smear shit and peanut butter all over Eric's house with her. By the way, when I went down just before the show started, you would not believe the amount of tuna noodle casserole that was on a cupboard. The ability to leave it on his fingers and then touch shit. It's fantastically terrible. Fuck me. Smith, who's really fitting in nicely with this group, several nice contributions on the chat, wrote, he sounds much better than my grandma did while she had dementia. I was glad to hear him again. Well, what's your story? Where have you been and why are you here now? What led to this? Can you maybe share some? Because I'm always interested. I mean, typically it's someone who used to listen to me on the radio who's just kind of late to the party, which is totally fine. But what take me through the Reader's Digest version of what you were doing. It says, I've listened since 08, 09. So you listened on the radio. When I left, did you go to BBL? And then, or what? I mean, I'm curious because, each step I take in my career, less and less people know. So when I leave GRD and go to BBL, the only people who are aware really are the people in Grand Rapids. And then when I leave BBL and start podcasting, the only people who know are the people who pay attention to social media. And not everybody does it. So with every step, less and less people have any idea what's going on. That's why I oftentimes run into people and say, I had no idea you did a podcast. It's like, yeah, fucking 4.5 years. Smith says, I've listened since 08, 09, followed you to BBL, and then when you left there, I started on the podcast for a while. Okay, that happens a lot. And then people get out of the podcast because it was a little bit different when I first started. I didn't know heads or tails of what I was doing. It was different then. I had a harder time trying to facilitate any length of a show with appropriate content that's listenable. I see that even to this day. They say, oh, yeah, he needs a partner. It's like, well, you haven't listened to me in the last 3 years. I absolutely do not need a partner. When I have a partner, I have so much going through my head, it gets in the way. There is no one that I would like to work with. I have become, it's kind of like Star Wars analogy. Anakin goes to the dark side. Okay? And as soon as Luke comes in and fucks it all up, I mean, he was kicking ass on the dark side as Vader. And then that fucking idiot Luke fucked everything up. And oh, no, this is what you need. You need to come back to the light. It's like, you asshole. I shouldn't have stopped when I cut off your hand. You know? They should do a reboot of Star Wars where after he cuts off his hand, he, like, fucks him in the ass with the lightsaber. You know? Fucking horrible. I am too far gone. I don't want to be with a partner. Now, a different show I am, Ben and Eric, but no. And this, fuck that shit. I do not want to be with anyone. So I suggest anybody that hasn't listened to me for years on the podcast, be like my man Smith over here, who I don't know if is a man or a woman, a lady or a gentleman. And try this shit out, because I can promise you it's more entertaining than whatever the fuck else you're listening to. I will put my show up against anybody. Anybody. I listened to Bird the other day, and it's like, You're fucking boring me, Bill. What the fuck are you doing? Like, he goes on and on and on about the most boring shit on the planet. And he's just relying on his name and to get people to, it's just terrible. It sucks. Smith is also Josh. Call me Smitty. I'm trying to change my username, but I forgot my fucking password, he writes. Well, I tell you what, you get a star in the fucking forehead for being here today. All right, we're moments away from when I'm going to talk to Trump. Smith, you are required to have an Eric Zane Show podcast t-shirt. You get it by going to ericzaneshow.com. And then you click on merch. No sale going on right now. That's for damn sure. Get a t-shirt for just $22. Here's the one with my dad on it. This is the comic book art cover created by the Psycho Magician, who I guess now, John Midgley, he's in charge of the Houdini Club or whatever it is. There's some order. It's like the Hogwarts thing. I forget what the fuck it is. I'm not kidding you. He is in charge of the world's magicians. I might be getting some of this wrong, but I forget what it's called. Order of the Phoenix, Half-Blood Order. I don't know, but he's an artist, and these are his illustrations. He drew a black and white Eric Zane Show podcast comic book cover called The Podcaster, where it looks like a combination of Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, and me. He also has that one in color. I made a t-shirt out of it. There's only a few that have sold, but what the fuck? 16 have sold of my dad. This one I cannot believe this is my favorite one. That and the one with my pets. That maybe because it's not timely. That is the artwork similar to Making a Murderer. And it's called the Making a Podcaster shirt. That's me as a kid and me as an adult. It's like Poverty Radio. That's a big one, 22. Who Needs Radio, 18. The Zany Bunch. That's all my pets, some of which are not with us anymore. Daisy, Buddy, the one-eyed wonder cat. And then the Zane Show logo. That's the biggest seller. Get a damn t-shirt. Just $22 plus shipping. All right. Enough of that shit. Tyler says he's like Dumbledore's status. Hello to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. ER Vines. They will fix your car. Irvines.com. If anything goes south on it or you have any scheduled maintenance, could be as simple as an oil change, wheel alignment, whatever, or something much more dramatic. Really, that 20-year-old pickup truck of my dad's, the Embellisher that I drive, they have kept that thing in tip-top shape. I'm so happy because I want to keep it forever. 616-532-6600 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. If you're on 44th Street, just a few blocks east of 131, the street is called Stafford. Look down there, wave as you go by. Just know that that's where it is. Early bird drop-off, late bird pickup. You can pay over the phone. You can, they give you a loaner car, so you don't have to worry about getting to work because your car is getting worked on. It's Irvines, spelled E-R Vines. Irvines.com. The Kent County Health Department working tirelessly to inform you all in Kent County about the WIC program for you or someone you know or love who might be struggling to keep food on the table. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's someone you can pass this info along to. AccessKent.com/health, the website. Phone number 616-632-7200. I have a car dealer on board. Sarah Honda Granville, Serra. SarahHondaGranville.com. Test drive a new Honda today. Head over there. They are along Kenowa Avenue in Granville, Michigan, just north of 44th by the Cracker Barrel. Look them up. Test drive a brand new Honda. Hey, I want that one. All right, sit down. Either you're cash heavy and you're going to pay cash for that thing. God bless you if you do. Or you do it the American way. Finance that shit. A couple weeks later, your car shows up and you drive it home with a brand new fresh tank of gas. Or if you want to drive off on the lot today, head over to Irvine's and pick out a certified pre-owned car. That is Michigan's largest lot of any dealership in the entire state. Bumper to bumper, certified pre-owned cars that are like new. Sarah Honda Granville.com. You're like, what is that noise, Eric? Saying, what am I hearing? This is what's known as a microphone sock or a wind sock. This one, I keep this mic on the ground sometimes. And look at what my puppy has done to my mic sock. It's mangled. You know? Looks like Boring Dean's dick after he jacks off to fucking gay porno. I can't even keep it on the thing. You know, I got to force it on there. All right, I'm going to call Trump. I don't think Trump is intimidated in any way by DeSantis. Remember everybody a handful of months ago was like DeSantis. Not so now. And look, there he is, Trump. I hope he doesn't have his people pick it up for him. Hang on a second. What the fuck?
All right. This is Donald.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. President. I heard something there.
Well, there's so much going on at Mar-a-Lago all the time. I'm sure you heard some of the cleaning staff or something.
I don't know. It sounded like a moan of ecstasy or something. Something. I don't know. It was weird.
Very strange. No, I have no idea. Who is this, by the way?
Oh, sorry, Mr. President. This is Eric Zane from the Eric Zane Show podcast.
Big Zane.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Tremendous. I haven't heard from you in a couple months, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it has been a while. I hope that's okay. I hope it's okay to just reach out like this. Is that still good, or have I?
Of course, you can call anytime.
Okay.
You're one of our favorite Patriots. No question there.
All right. Well, okay. It's been some time since we spoke. We had a couple things to cover. First of all, you were found liable of sexual harassment, but not of rape.
Well, that's crazy what's happened in New York. They're going after, it's a witch hunt, Big Fraud Zane. These radical left Democrats, they wanted this. Really what it is actually election interference when you think about it. Nothing like this has ever happened in our country before. This is right in the middle of a primary season, Big Fraud Zane. There was nothing more perfectly orchestrated when you think about it. And that's what they're trying to do. And it's not working. You take a look at the numbers, and the numbers say who's more favorable or unfavorable of Donald Trump. And I come out 72.8%, Big Fraud.
Yeah.
Those are people that are still in favor of your pal, Donald J. Trump.
Well, I have no retort or recourse for that. It's accurate. It seems like you being liable for that horrible thing and having to pay $5 million, which is nothing for you, of course, It seems
I can run a trading card campaign and make that. That's no big deal to me. If that gets her to shut up, it's fine. Those are my freedom of speech rights, by the way, they used in that trial. I'm talking to the guy back in the early 2000s. I mean, that is so old, and they use that against me like it was some kind of crime.
Well,
freedom of speech, Big Fraud Zane. That's what you do.
Freedom
That's
of
what
speech.
you're doing on your show right now.
Freedom of speech. I don't know. She accused you of rape. Is that freedom of speech at that?
No, they used that audio tape they had of me.
Oh.
And that's how they used. That's the evidence that they had. They had no evidence that I did that horrible thing she claims, which is so untrue, by the way. So untrue.
All right, you still deny that.
That's how it is. It's a witch hunt, and it's easier just to pay it off.
All right. Now, since we spoke, I'm sorry. Are you having a drink, sir?
Just having a refreshing Diet Coke. You got to keep the energy moving through the day.
A Diet Coke. I mean, I think you drink a lot of Diet Cokes, isn't that right?
Oh, it's the most wonderful drink. It's maybe the best beverage ever invented in America. I think it's really better than water when you think about it.
Diet Coke is better than water.
I love water. I hand out water to so many people.
That's right. You have Trump water. I forgot about Trump water.
That's right. Listen, so Dominion gets almost $1 billion, and I, after years and years of this fake news hoaxes, scams, investigations, am entitled to nothing. I just don't. Is that how this is all supposed to work?
Well, I think it has to. I think it has to be proven, and it was proven that Dominion, they were slighted in what do you call it?
Well, it was proven that they had such a fraudulent election. I mean, we all know that the 2020 election was completely fake news.
Yeah, you actually think you won?
You're telling me that many people voted for Joe Biden?
I think so. I think they did.
They're treating us like we were born yesterday. I mean, when you look at the numbers, 72.8% of people are favoring Donald Trump.
Well, all right. Now that brings me to this. Just overnight on Twitter, Ron DeSantis teamed up with...
Ron DeSanctimonious, maybe, yes.
Right. I know that's what you gave him that name, by the way. Ron DeSantis, or DeSanctimonious, teamed up with Elon Musk, of all people, on Twitter. So I guess that means Elon is like his biggest supporter or something like that.
Well, we don't know. But the truth is, Ron DeSanctimonious, he couldn't win a general election if he tried, Big Fraud Zane. Because listen, this is a guy who voted, by the way, to obliterate Social Security. He even wants to raise the minimum age to 70, maybe more. We don't know. Voted so badly to wound Medicare, fought hard. Get this, voted for a 23% tax on everything. This is a rhino held by Paul Ryan, by the way. He's a big fan of him. Very disloyal, Ron DeSanctimonious. I can't believe I helped him out. I can't believe it.
Okay, now, where you do not like DeSantis, you don't mind Tim Scott. I saw you say, hey, good luck. You were nice to him.
Sure, Tim Scott. Yeah, we're whatever it takes. That's what it is. This is all a ball game when you think about it.
Some have said that you just encouraged him because no one's going to vote for that guy.
Well, it's possible. Look, DeSanctimonious came to me asking for help. He was losing so badly, if you remember, by 31 points even. So to popular, it's just what it takes to win these elections. He ran such a terrible campaign back then. If it weren't for me, he would never have been governor of the great state of Florida. And Florida is pretty sick of him. You see what he's doing to Disney over there.
Well, I don't know if Florida's sick of him. I mean, I know that a lot of people like what he's doing.
Well, the truth is, if it weren't for Donald Trump, Ron DeSanctimonious never even would have. I mean, this guy, he needs a personality transplant when you think about it. I don't even know if they do personality transplants, but he's got none. He's got nothing.
He's got none. Okay, well, finally, where I live in Ottawa County, they are some real patriots. Ottawa County, Michigan. Any chance during the campaign you'll come to Ottawa County to sit in with these Patriots?
Sure. It's entirely possible. I know my people have been keeping in touch with the there's a black fellow that runs that entire operation, I understand.
Yeah, that's John
it's
Gibbs.
Entirely possible.
John
Gibbs, that's right.
That's the guy.
He's a pretty good guy.
Well,
pretty good guy.
The fact is, you endorsed him in the when he was running for Congress, and he lost. And Ron DeSantis says that that's one of the things he's basing his campaign on. He's tired of losing because of all the people that you supported.
The sanctimonious is losing because he has no personality. I mean, look at him. As I said, he's unelectable. I am on crooked Joe Biden by at least 7. Ron DeSanctimonious is losing 4 points. His campaign is a total disaster. He doesn't. A week ago, he said he wasn't even going to run.
All right.
It's crazy.
Mr. President, I want to wish you a happy Memorial Day. Keep your fingers out of women that are not your wife. And, I wish you...
Just remember, Big Fraud Zane, I built the biggest and greatest economy in the history of the world. No inflation, energy independence, soon dominance, if you think about it. The strongest border ever, record unemployment numbers. This is what you run a presidential campaign on. DeSanctimonious, he's going to run it on no personality, and he's fucking up Disney World. That's what he's going to run it on. There's nothing. He's got nothing, and I'm going to destroy him. You're going to see such destruction. The Patriots are not going to stand for it.
Mr. President, I appreciate your candor, your frankness, and the time as always.
Always good to talk to you, Big Fraud Zane. Look, I got 2 minutes till I got to get on Newsmax, so I got to go anyway.
Okay, thank you. He just hangs up. Give my best to the former First Lady. There you go. Trump, I always appreciate him taking time and being part of the show. Trump, my God. Jesus. Brought to you this time around by Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. If your car breaks down and you're in the Nashville, Tennessee area, they'll show up. Unless if they can't make it because you're too far away, they'll give you plenty of warning and say, hey, we can't make it. We're too far away. Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. Call them up, 615-669-8881. Tell them Kenny sent you. For mobile diagnosis and service for cars, trucks, SUVs, you name it, Z-Speed Mobile Mechanic. Okay. Darla is just, she's pawing at the couch like she's digging a hole. Very, very cute. Keep an eye on her. No one's going to hear a word I say. They're on the live stream. Advertise with the Eric Zane Show podcast. Just send me an email on the Shoreliner Striping inbox. I'll tell you how it works. Be one of the tens of thousands of people every month who download the show or watch it. Send it along, Eric at ericzaneshow.com. She's waking up. She's going to demand that I take her to go potty in a second. If you need a mortgage to buy a home, call on America's #1 mortgage professionals. The Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Now nationwide. 231-332-6505. #1 for a reason. Unprecedented growth in the last 4 years. And they owe it all to you. So thank you very much. Call when you want to get started. Maybe a first mortgage. Maybe you're just looking to upgrade, get into a new home. Maybe you need a little cash out of your home if you've owned it for a little while to pay off high-interest credit card bill. 231-332-6505. Call and mention EZ today. As always, love my friends at TC Paintball. Book an event at TC Paintball. If you're looking for some fun with your group, maybe you got some bro friends, maybe you got your kid and your neighborhood kids, kids in the neighborhood, I should say, who want to do something fun. Holy cow. You call upon TC Paintball, tcpaintballgr.com. Last but not least, the Dirty Donut Race, Michigan's largest gravel and best gravel bike race. DirtyDonutRace.com. There is not a lot of room remaining. DirtyDonutRace.com. Sign up. Use code ZANE23 at checkout. Save $10. Ben Christie gets the star on the forehead. He's the dude. I've known him for years. He through the podcast. And he signed up. Thank you, Ben. He's the one guy. Sign up for the Dirty Donut Race at DirtyDonutRace.com. 10, 21, 41, and 61-mile races. Eat a donut. Get 5 minutes off of your time. It's a lot of fun. You'll have a great time. June 3rd in Martin, Michigan. That's going to be awesome. June 3rd, Martin, Michigan. Dirty Donut Race is coming. That is a Saturday. All right, before I wrap this up, I want to do this first. I want to do the asshole of the day right now. Who's it going to be? I don't think I actually talked about even one of the things. I kind of touched on it. So, literally, for 2 hours, I've done nothing but throw away all of my stories and then do something else. That frequently happens. I'll cover this more on the Patreon about Ottawa County, Michigan. But they are, once again, the asshole of the day. Ottawa County, Michigan. Brought to you by TC Paintball. Reminder on Patreon, sign up. The goal is to get to 200 by the end of this month. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Hire me on Cameo, cameo.com/Eric Zane. I want to do a cameo for you. Go to the site, check it out, and hire me. Finally, today, the last thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'm just going to end the show. This is now the third time I've shared with you a little bit and kind of gotten you up to speed on Torey Whitten. On the 16th of May, late at night, I think at like 10:30 at night on the 16th of May, Torey, my neighbor, lived right behind me, passed away. It was very sad. Talked about it on the show. Yesterday, I talked on the show about how his daughter graduated on the 22nd of May. Torey had set a goal to live long enough to see his youngest graduate, Kylie. She graduated yesterday, a few days after Torey passed. Torey, as a retired cop, 22 years on the Grand Rapids Police Department force. He couldn't be there, and that was really heartbreaking for his lovely family. So all of the Grand Rapids Police Department, a number of the Grand Rapids Police Department crew, the officers, showed up at the graduation. And that was fantastic. I shared that picture with you, and you all got to see it of what that looked like. I'm kicking myself because I didn't have that ready to go here, but I had it for some time. I mean, I had it up yesterday. Maybe you can check my Facebook page. I don't want to get distracted about what I'm doing right now. But anyway, all the cops showed up, and they honored Kylie on her graduation. It was a great picture with her and all of the cops that were there. So he was laid to rest yesterday at Chapel Point here in Hudsonville, just up the road. And wow, this guy had some deep roots in the community. More than 1,000 strong in this place. And wow, I was just in awe at what I saw. Full honors, police honors, 21 gun salute, taps, playing taps. Cancer took him. It's important to point out that when he was diagnosed with stomach cancer, the doc said, you got 6 months. And it was described by Torey's brother as the doc had a horrible bedside manner, and they were all just like devastated, didn't know what the fuck to do. Well, he fought that fucking shit for 8 years. And he went to hell and back. He fought. This is a man. There was no, well, I'm just going to give it up. And, you can totally see anybody who, if they decide, you know what, I'm just tired, I'm just going to roll over. And he never once did that. Never once. And the biggest Wolverine fan ever. And he was all about the team. All that Bo Schembechler stuff you hear. That even if you aren't a Michigan fan, you're well aware of some of the things that goes on to make the Michigan football program work. And he really tapped into that to help drive him and push him and motivate him. And, he met his high school sweetheart when he was 15 years old. The lovely, multi-talented Karen Plants. And then they were married. And then this love story played out. 3 beautiful children, Cameron, Drew, and Kylie. Cameron, when he was in 4th grade, this is a true story. Cameron's first girlfriend. He became smitten, and she became smitten. The girl's name was Jackie Zaitunian. And the Queen of the Forest took Jackie and Cameron to go see Shrek the Third at Studio 28. 4th grade. And then as the story goes, there was another chick in the school who had an eye on Cameron. So Jackie's like, fuck that shit. So they're like fighting over Torey's kid, Cam. And Cameron, according to Jackie, said, all right, I tell you what, you two have to write an essay about why I should be your boyfriend. And this happened. So Jackie, on a piece of loose leaf paper, wrote her essay about why she needs to be Cameron's boyfriend. And the other chick, I forget who the fuck she is, she did the same thing. And then they read them to him. And he's like, And then they started fighting, the 2 chicks, Jackie and this chick, they started fighting again. And then he finally got fed up and ripped them both up and said, I'm not going to be anybody's boyfriend. Hilarious. Holy shit. That's such a sweet story. Oh, my God. Well, anyway, then Jackie, when she was in high school, she was a walking stats charge dating Ernie starting at age 15. Which now she says to me, why did you let me do that? And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. You let's not go into that. But anyway, she walked in graduation, and Cameron was her walk-in partner. You got to walk in with a classmate, and you wave at everybody. That's Cameron. Dad fighting cancer. Dad, Torey, he gets with Dr. Sugar Baker. Sugar Baker? Was that a Sugar Maker or Sugar Baker? I think it's Dr. Sugar Baker. I've talked about Sugar Baker before. Hell, we talked about this. This goes way back. The old radio days, because this started when I was on GRD. Dr. Sugar Baker. Yeah. There's 2 Sugar Bakers, actually. Paul and I believe David. David is the younger one. He actually passed away from cancer himself. But the older one, in Houston, the Whittens are looking for like some type of Hail Mary to save Torey's life. And I've talked about this recently. I talked about last week. As Kenny writes, everyone who heard your stories about Ernie and Jackie wondered the same thing. Everyone. Shut up. They meet with this Dr. Sugarbaker. He says, yeah, I'm going to cut open your chest cavity, take your chest plate off, remove all of your organs, set them next to you. Your chest cavity is going to be, chest and stomach cavity are going to be a bread bowl. I'm going to fill your cavity with very powerful chemotherapy drugs and let you soak to destroy all of the cancer that's on the inside wall of that cavity. And it worked. He fought. Torey had spent countless hours, like some ungodly number on an operating table. I think it was like 50 hours or so over the course of the 8 years. He fought like a Wolverine. And he is someone to look up to. His family, absolute legends. I love them. I'm so proud of them. There was people I've never met or heard from before who I instantly fell in love with, and I was so proud of them. Torey's brother, I don't know his name, spoke about Torey and the family, and I was just so into it. And this is he's fighting it. He's fighting through sobs and talking about his wonderful older brother who was 9 years older than him and how he took care of him despite all sorts of turmoil growing up. I was so impressed with that man. He had a partner, one of his partners on the force, who was quite a bit older than him. Gigantic man. I'd never met him either, who also just crushed it. I mean, everybody who spoke did an amazing job. I felt honored to be there. I didn't want to leave. Considering it was a funeral, that's remarkable to say. It was one of those. It was just so, hey, no, God damn it. No. Shit, fuck. All right. Darla just went pee. Hold on. Let me finish. I got to clean up the pee. Shit. Can you believe the timing on that? Oh, my God. Well, anyway. Whitten would be laughing his ass off at that. This is some of the dialogue I shared with Whitten. By the way, they said if he makes fun of you, you're part of the team. Hey, stop! No. I was walking out in front of the house on Halloween in a raincoat. He's probably going to get chemotherapy treatment. His wife's driving, and then he pulls up, rolls down the window, and goes, weak. Torey, I'm just here to drop a word of August 20. Wait a minute. Last August 20. Torey, I'm just here to drop a word of encouragement and remind you that you are gay. He responded with a pride flag. Yo, Whitten, since I live right behind you, if you need any assistance with the dogs, let me know. I'm home all day talking shit online, so I can take a break between talking shit online and come let your dogs out. This is March 28th this year. I only have one 8-pound pooch, and she goes out and comes right back in the door when she's done. I got that little bitch trained like a machine. Yes, sir. However, I truly do appreciate the gesture, bro. I really do. Just got home from the hospital last night. Man, oh man, do I hate that place. Everything there annoys me nonstop. Home is where it's at, man, and my wife is a damn angel. Without her, I would have been dead years ago. Karen, legend. Oh, I hear you, man. She's fantastic. Everyone appreciates the updates. Get healthy so you can go back to living your closet gay lifestyle. He says it will come out soon enough. I've been transitioning for years now. I said, we all know it's AIDS. You're not fooling anyone. He says, as thin as I am now is because men like thin women. I said, oh, for sure. Silver lining, you can always oil up your body and do a shaved twink OnlyFans page. May he rest in peace. Torey Whitten, an absolute legend. Gone, never forgotten. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for enjoying the show and being here part of it. Thanks for putting up with me. I'll be back on Patreon. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.
At Kroger, we know the minute a tomato is picked, the fresh timer starts. The sooner we get our produce to you, the fresher it is. That's why we've shortened the time from harvest to home. for our tasty tomatoes, strawberries, and salads. So no matter how you shop, you have more time with your fresh produce. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Save big on your favorites with the Buy 5 or More, Save $1 each sale. Simply buy 5 or more participating items and save $1 each with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.